Hey everyone, it's me, Vinny, and I'm going to do a video today talking about my really great experience at Vegfest. And this is Vegfest, New Jersey I'm talking about because there are many different Vegfests. I know there's one in Pennsylvania, Florida I think has one, and there's a ton in like California. But New Jersey, it's the second one. I did go to the first one last year and I did make a video on that, but I have to like re-edit it or something. So I'm going to talk just mostly about how New Jersey's Vegfest was this year, which I personally feel that it was better in a lot of ways. And it was 2 days, which was the big difference because the first Vegfest was on a Sunday. This Vegfest was on a Saturday and a Sunday, and that was a good thing. One of the downsides though was getting there because the Vegfest is from about 10 o'clock to 5:30. So throughout that time frame you have different vendors that are going to be there. Some vendors were there one day, others were there both days. And there was a series of speakers that there'd be a time frame and you could just see them at random. The good news was you did not have to pay an extra fee to see any of the speakers. So I did see Dr. Furman, who is amazing. If you do not know him, look him up. He is a chiropractor he's an MD and a chiropractor that focuses a lot on using nutrition to help and support his clients. And he talks a lot about being a nutrient vegan, so caring more about your nutrition and then helping the animals, because if you're not healthy, you can't help the animals, which makes a lot of sense. And they had other speakers. One of them, I am blanking on her name, but it was something, I think, so I don't know, it started with an R, but she was an author and she was wonderful, and she talked about nutrition and how to support a healthy lifestyle with eating raw. And this Vegfest, there was even a yoga, which I like because I do like yoga, and I signed up for her class. But she does a yoga company called You Me Trapeze, and it is amazing. I'm going to post them in the link down below. Check them out because it's a very effective yoga, and they had a wonderful story with how the person that made this company, she had a back injury, and because of a back injury through a car accident, she didn't want to do a surgery, so she decided to do this special yoga. And during the Vegfest, you could enter a raffle and you could do a free session on the trapeze, which was amazing, and I was able to go upside down. If I can find the photo of me doing that, I'm going to try to post it in the video, or if not, I'll try to post it on my blog. So I did that, and that was phenomenal. I did that twice. I went with friends, so I went with my friends and we chatted. We just had some fun. Some of them left a little bit earlier. I met new friends there too, which was really cool because there was like a meetup thing. You could like meet with other vegans. They had beer, which is different because the first Vegfest had alcohol there, but it was a bar. This one was a beer garden. And I tried some different craft beers, even though I'm personally not a beer drinker. I personally found them to be really delicious. I like wine, so I do wish that they would have had wine there. However, one of the vendors I had their kombucha, which is Healthy Aid Kombucha, and this is their California grape, which tastes kind of like a vinegar, but better. I got temporary tattoos from a really good company that was doing coffee, and they had different types. One of my other brands that I met was really good. It was called Nitro, and Nitro, I got one of their it's like the shape, but it's called a growler is what they call it. It's like a reusable storage thing that you can get cold brew, and I had their pumpkin spice cold brew and their peach kombucha, which was to die for. One of my favorite companies is every time I go to Vegfest, I have their food, and it was the Green Moustache. And the Green Moustache is amazing. They have, they serve like a German potato salad and a vegan meat. It's like a vegan pulled pork. Peaceful Provisions, which is a bakery, vegan. Homemade Betty was there, and Homemade Betty is based out of Somerset, New Jersey. And they do all like essential oils and homemade products like soaps. My favorite, Brewing Good, is great for coffee and a snack. They offered coffee. They gave you just one price for the coffee. It was like $3.50, a really good price for a tall one, and you could put as much creamer in there as you wanted. Simply Soup was it Simply Soup Me, which was, well, that was a mouthful. Soup in a jar, and it was amazing. I had their pumpkin pie one. And be in mind, if you go to a Vegfest, you are going to eat a lot. There is a ton of delicious food, and I love food, so no shame. I had practically a plate full of like food that high, and then dessert was even higher because I love sweets. Healthy sweets. I got a coupon. I got another tattoo, and the funny thing was for the one coffee place that I went to, someone got this tattooed on them. It was called Save Animals Drink Coffee, so that was pretty cool to see. And one of my friends was there, and she is amazing. I will link her down below, and it is Brittany's Kitchen. She has a wonderful story. Her company is amazing. She does organic, gluten-free, GMO-free, soy-free. She caters to every kind of special dietary needs. So whether you're on a special diet or you have someone that needs to eat a special way, she can either make it for you, and she has a whole menu online that she does, like, they do deliver, and it is wonderful. And I did get a really good deal. I got one of her chocolate covered apples, which I ate one of them already, and it was phenomenal because it was dark chocolate in the apple. And it was 2 for $5, which that is a really good deal for something that's organic. And I had a free butternut squash soup, and it was amazing. You really tasted the soup because I've made soups myself, and this soup is phenomenal. I did a photo booth there. There was a photo booth, and I'm gonna post the photo, a better version of this, but I held up a sign saying, you know, go vegan. I had a pepper costume on. I kind of like modeled. It was really fun. There was another company that was there that I'm gonna see if I can find their card. But they made other natural products which I liked. And You and Me Trapeze gave me a really awesome bag for the day and a towel. So I like that. I'm gonna be using this when I do yoga with them, as I signed up. They had everything you can imagine they had there. There's something for everyone. They had organic makeup, so for ladies that like makeup, they have that. They had vegan insurance, which I didn't even know was a thing. They had Kettle One vodka that was there, and they were giving out cucumber seeds. What else? They had a company called, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but I think it's Bomb Bomb, which is the almond milk. It's a liquor with almond milk based, so it's kind of like a Bailey's, but really delicious, and it is dairy-free and vegan, and it's gluten-free. So you can use this in all these different drinks. You can use it as a shot, you can use it frozen, vanilla wafer, and they have a chocolate one, which I really want to try that one. They're now selling it at ShopRite's. And it's pretty alcoholic. It's 18% alcohol, but it's really good for something that's vegan. And let's see. They had supplements that were there with, they call it it's like an energy shot you can take, and they have the vegan probiotics and they have the energy one, and it's matcha based, so it's natural, you don't get that crash. They had a lot of supplements there, which I liked. I ate one already, but I had another Wonka bar, and in the previous video on that I think I posted, they had a chocolate company, and it is delicious because it's real like chocolate. It's the real thing and not like the fake junk that you get at the supermarket. I think I have 2 more of these, but I got a really good deal. It was 4 for $5, which is a really good deal, and it was the Nomu vegan cookies, the vanilla bean, and the Loco for cocoa. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, I got more on Brittany's Kitchen. It was amazing, because the story behind the whole kitchen was wonderful. It was based on a journey with her son, who was diagnosed with autism in April 2016, and she decided that she has to change the diet up, and after changing the diet, the things got better. And it led to doing you know, a change not only the diet, but also like how she would live her life. And she made this company that was based on providing people with really healthy and organic food. And I like how it's really affordable compared to other places that I've tried to shop at. I went to Beyond Better, which was the cheese alternative, and they were amazing. They did samples and they were really good. Yeah Dogs, which is a personal favorite of mine, they have vegan hot dogs, and it's with the coconut bacon. They had vegan pasta, which was really good with the vegan meatballs. Roots was a really good place. It's a cafe in Jersey, and it is amazing. And they have their menu, which is everything is vegan. The one thing that I missed though, which I know sounds kind of gross, but the first Vegfest, there was a vendor that had pumpkin spiced vegan mac and cheese, and it was to die for. Phil Foods was really good, and they gave samples of their dips. A lot of the places gave samples, which is good, so if you didn't want to like spend money on this stuff, you could have the food. And I will say a lot of the places did offer discounts. This was one of them. It was on a wisdom event, and they were selling superfoods and meditation. And here are the 2 No Moo cookies that I gotten. And I'm trying to see where on earth the other, because I had like another business card, but it was one of the vendors. Pretty sure. It's called the Fanciful Fox, and I probably butchered that, but it's the Fanciful Fox. The Fanciful Fox, like fancy. The Fanciful Fox. I bought their products. They had a whole line of different products. They had deodorant, they had soap, they had all kinds of health products. And this is what I have in my hair now, because it actually is my favorite now. I will never ever go back on the old school chemical salt sprays, because this is a natural salt spray, and I like their title. It's Enchantment Under the Sea, and it's a salty hairspray, and it has essential oils in there, because I can smell, like, it smells really good. It has like a slight eucalyptus smell. I don't know if that's what they put in there, but the other one smells really good too. It's like earthy and sweet, and it's a hair serum that if you're gonna blow dry your hair or flat iron it, you have a natural protectant. So I got those 2, and I did purchase the soap, which was the Witch's Brew, which smells amazing. It's very earthy, has like a hint of patchouli, and it smells perfect for Halloween. So that's really what Vegfest is like, is you meet a lot of people, you see a lot of speakers, there's a ton of vendors, so make sure when you go there, you bring like some money for food, because the food is delicious, and it's actually pretty affordable, because vegan food can be expensive, and the vendors here were really affordable, really nice. They had wonderful snacks. A lot of them had great stories. And you get to know like your vendors after a while, because I've been going to Vegfest since last year, and I went to the pop-up shops. They will be having more events in Jersey, which I like, because the first Vegfest, they underestimated it. They thought it wasn't going to be as big of a turnout, and it was so big that there was this much room between me and other people. You were like crowded in there. So for this Vegfest, they did it at the Garden Expo Center, so it was more spacious, and they had like food trucks in there. So I had a pumpkin pie smoothie and all that. Any kind of food you imagine, they have it. They have meat analogs. They have everything is vegan, which is good, but they have other things. They even have alcohol, which I thought was pretty cool. They had alkaline water, so they talked about the water pH and why it's important to have a alkaline pH to your diet. So anything that you could imagine they have there, and I like that. So you will meet a lot of people. Bring friends when you can. A lot of my friends that went there are not vegan. 2 of them were vegetarian, and the other 2 were just regular, like, you know, people that eat meat, but they like the vegan foods. So, you know, expect to keep an open mind there, because you're gonna hear a lot of like different things, like from holistic health talks to all of that. The first Vegfest that I went to, there was a movie screening, and I went there, and Dr. Furman was in there, and he helped make the movie, and it was wonderful. And I bought one of his books that was signed, and it was The End of Heart Disease, because you will learn a lot about nutrition, and that's important, because as a vegan, you really want to arm yourself with knowledge. So when you have someone that's trying to either devalue what you believe in, you could have facts to back it up. and they had health talks on vegan relationships and how your family might react. But it's overall a really good event, and I highly recommend going if you like food and all that. So I want to know from my viewers if you guys have been to a Vegfest. Just comment down below if you have. So I will be on with more videos soon, and I do want to do separate reviews of the different products. So like, comment, subscribe, and check out in the description box. I'm going to link down some of my favorite vendors, and you can just check them out. Like them on Facebook, message them, because you won't be disappointed. Their food is amazing. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful October.